We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets and the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And on the hill in this one, Corbin Burnes. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
For the Mets, shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Fouled off. He was late. That misses, and that's ball one. The part about Burnes' journey that's so interesting, former fourth-round pick out of St. Mary's, where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. But you go back and look at Corbin Burnes in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. And there's a ball. The main adjustment that Corbin Burnes made was that he got rid of his four-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter sinker guy, and the four-seamer really doesn't make much of an appearance. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's Juan Soto.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he'd played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
Burnes, an all-star a season ago. He throws a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. One out, base is empty. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first two hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Mark Vientos stands in here, takes ball one low. Next offering is fouled back. Two out, space is empty. And it is 2-1. Swings through that one for strike two.
2-2.
Set down on strikes. And he strikes out the side in the first.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in the desert. And today on the hill, Kodai Senga.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one, does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get one or two over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Senga. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Gets him to chase after that one.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. Definitely not a partay for Ketel Marte. And now it's Josh Naylor. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Ground ball right side. Throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for Arizona. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. Now here is Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes. Well, Boog, we got Burns working on the mound in this one, and he's a guy that rose through the minors rather quickly. Drafted back in 2016, and he made his major league debut just 2 seasons later. That's a fast climb, and he's been able to conquer lots of challenges thrown his way.
Next offering is fouled back. And a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a 2-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with a cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, and I think he was also a little lucky right there.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Nimmo goes 6 feet 3 inches, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. He swings and fouls one off. No score here in the second.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And here it comes. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Hit hard, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Here's Jesse Winker. Burns with a move to first. And he dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Nimmo around third. He'll score.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
1 out, runner at second. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. That one fouled off. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Swing and he breaks his bat, and that's just foul. Pitch misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
2-2.
In the dirt. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's the catcher to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Well done behind the dish. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chase Field, bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Gurriel.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Senga back to work. Up and in, ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And
That's
another ball. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Foul ball there. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That
3-2.
misses, and that's ball 3. Got him swinging. Next to hit for Arizona, Jake McCarthy. fought off foul. Next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. In the air out to center. That one gets down for a hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Eugenio Suarez now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves John.
Runner takes off. Pitch outside. Throw. Save. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there. It's elite and just makes it very tough on the defense. A lot of pressure on those guys.
Man at second. And that misses off the outside edge. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
2-2.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
Batting 7.
Pavin Smith, the next to hit.
Pavin Smith.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Taylor makes the grab on the run. One left for the Diamondbacks. They're down 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. And now here's Jeff McNeil. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Gurriel makes the catch. One down.
Now batting shortstop.
Back to the top of the Mets order. And now it's Frankie Lindor. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted by Cleveland. And a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender. Now the 0-1. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Soto stands in now and watches strike 1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
That misses. 1-1. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Up and in, and the count's even at 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right through there, got him. Strikeout number 8. Mets go down quickly, but they still lead it 1-0. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
In there at the knees. That's strike 1. And a foul ball. Hit hard on the ground is short. Lindor on to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate. And that one upstairs.
1 ball, no strike.
And that's way high. And that's ball 2.
2-0.
And another ball. And there's the automatic. And he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Now up next for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
That's a ball.
And that drops in for a strike. Out to center. Taylor hauls it in, 2 away. Here's Ketel Marte. Struck out looking his first time.
Baseman, Ketel Marte.
Just missed.
That's a ball. 1-0.
Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
The next pitch misses, and it's 3-0. Josh Naylor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the 3rd. That's in there.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. And that's the inning. 1 left for Arizona, and it remains 1-0. Start of the 4th, and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a miss.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
And ball 1.
2 strike.
That one misses. 2-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Now at the plate, Brandon Nimmo. A single and a run scored and a walk. First pitch misses. Vientos over at first with 1 away. And downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Swings and misses. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Now it's the DH, Jesse Winker. He doubled home a run in his first AB. There's a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Up the middle, Perdomo. They get the force, and that is the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Mets 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here in the desert, bottom of the 4th, and now the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Josh Naylor.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these D-backs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, left
Here's
fielder,
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Struck out swinging his
Jr.
first time.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
One down, base is empty. And that misses. Now 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Swing, and all the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
That's outside. And the count is 3-1. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Inside, and that's ball 4.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jake.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Jake McCarthy. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's in the dirt.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
There's a strike. Line drive, caught. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Mets 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Taylor goes 6'1", 31 years old, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center. Swinging a foul straight back.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
Line drive, base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. Outside low, ball 1.
1-0.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Burns with a move to first. Taylor back on a dive. The 1-0. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Taylor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swings through that one out in front that time. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Fly to left his first time. And that is out of play. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. Man at first, one away. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Tag out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Out to short, Perdomo. Whips it across. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
Senga back to work. Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strike.
On the corner for a strike.
1-1.
swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Nimmo has it sized up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Fly to center his first time. Fastball for a strike at 95. Bases empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Liner snagged at first.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno. There's a strike.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And it's
One
even
ball,
up.
1 strike.
And that one missing low. That one missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Moreno up into scoring position now with 2 out on the pass ball.
Just looked like a lapse in concentration right there behind the plate. Maybe got crossed up, but either way, now they have to deal with the runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. And that's a little high.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that's too high. Corbin Carroll in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it's into the gap. Moreno scores. We're tied at 1. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. And it's even better when it gets you extra bases. Love looking in at your dugout and seeing the guys fired up.
So runner at second, 2 down. This is Corbin Carroll. 0 for 2 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And it's fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying. Gone! That should put a jolt into this home crowd. It's 3-1.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the lob, and gets the home run.
So 2 down. Ketel Marte up to the plate. And that's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Danny Young, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Nunez, the right-hander, also getting loose. That one inside. Look out. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. D-backs add a pair on the homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. And that one clips the corner.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swings through that.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
And now it's Juan Soto. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
That's a little bit low.
1 ball.
The D-backs up by 2, and we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there for a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
He takes it on his own. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 1 for 2. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
2 outs, and it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And the Mets go 1-2-3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Mets 1. So a lefty out of the pen, Danny Young.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Naylor stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
Well, these Diamondbacks putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
swing and a ball lined out towards center. Taylor makes the grab, and there's one away.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He is struck out, and he is walked. Went with the sweeper for the strike. Lined into left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Gurriel leads off first with one away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
And that's outside. Now 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Got him. 2 down. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Now that is designated hitter, Pavin
So next
Smith.
is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Pavin Smith. That one almost got him. First and second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. We're through 6 full. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Mets 1. Back here at Chase Field, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Pete Alonso. Into the outfield, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. That one felt good, and we are tied. It's 3-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. That's it for Corbin Burnes, and that was a start he can feel pretty good about. Tie ball game, and new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching.
A new pitcher in the game, Kevin Ginkel.
Number 37. Kevin Ginkel.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jesse Winker digs in now. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Oh. 1 ball, 2 strike.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. There's the strike. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball is going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Next pitch is outside.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
One down, base is empty. And that one is inside. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Oh, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Now the catcher up to hit, Francisco Alvarez. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. That one is upstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And another ball.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman Jeff McNeil.
And now here is Jeff McNeil.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
That's in there. 0-1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. He's got it, and that is that. But this clutch home run gets us even again. We're tied now with 3 apiece. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jose
Now
Butto.
pitching for the New York Mets.
So
Number
digging
7,
in, Gabriel Moreno.
Jose Butto.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Activity in the bullpen. A.J. Minter up and loosening in the pen. Nunez warming up as well. That's to third. Vientos fires over to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. A little bit high. 1-0. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1-2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Carroll in the box now. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Next offering is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's in for a strike. Going to count 1-2. That one 95 to finish him off. And the Diamondbacks down in order. Still tied 3-3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. A.J. Puck.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks. Number 33, A.J. Puck.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Justin Martinez up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
It's been a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Here's a 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And that one moves his feet. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Substitution being made at first. On to pinch run, Jose Siri. Go ahead run on base. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Known for his late inning heroics. Clips the outside corner. It's 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Step off throw to first. And he's back in on a dive. Vientos at the plate now, and that's inside. And that one fouled off. Next offering is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
A little out front there as he swings through it. And it remains 2-2. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. That's out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Tap foul at the plate.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of.
There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And a swing and a miss. The hat trick. That's out number 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, A.J. Minter.
A.J. Minter.
Luis Angel Acuna. He's the new shortstop as he comes in as a defensive replacement here.
Number 2.
Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Here's Josh Naylor. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. And that's off the outside edge. And 1-1. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Ryan Stanek, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Swung on, belted, carrying well. That one hops against the fence. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
He was all over that one. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr. getting ready to hit. Just missed.
That's a ball.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Swings and misses. And the count 1-1. Base hit into right center. Heading for the plate. Relay throw home.
Clutch hitting right there to give him the lead this late in the ball game. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Next to hit for Arizona, Jake McCarthy. 1 for 3. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Minter measures 6 feet even. He features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Gurriel, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. In the air, right field. Soto gets under it. Nabs it. 2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That one misses, and that's ball 1. 1 run across in the frame so far. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1. That one missing inside. In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish. swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back there. Out of here. That'll fire up the dugout, and they tack on to their lead. It's 6-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. A.J. Minter out of the game. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Righty reliever out of the pen, Dedniel Nunez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Let's go. There you go.
And now the DH, Pavin Smith. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Slider right there.
No balls. 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 and 2.
That's down and in.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Two down, nobody on. Struck him out looking. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Justin Martinez.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. He's already homered in this game. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
In the air, right field. Carroll going back on this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the Mets, the designated
He's
hitter,
2 outs away. And now Jesse Winker. And first offering is fouled off. The other way, and that's a base hit.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Runner on at first with 1 gone, and now Tyrone Taylor. And there's the strike.
0 and 1.
And that's down and away.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And it stays fair. Winker on his way to third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Well, go ahead and cue up the circus music, Boo. That's about as rough as it gets. I mean, errors are never fun, but when it basically turns into an inside-the-park home run, it's pretty embarrassing.
Alvarez up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That one's in there, and it's 1-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
1 down, base is empty. That one not close. 2-2. Can't glove it cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So last chance for the Mets. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Slap the other way, foul. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great grab on the dive. And what a play. Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars, but an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you